Hello, 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 Facebook. I'm Dr. Myla Bennett of Adara Plastic Surgery and Medical Spa in Johns Creek, Georgia. And I wanted to come on tonight and talk about gluteal contouring versus fat transfer to the buttock region. And part of the reason why I wanted to talk about that is because I get people coming in a lot of times who don't really like the shape of their butt, and they feel like their butt is flat, but they don't really want a huge butt, but they want it to be shaped better. And so I started doing this procedure a little over a year ago that I call gluteal contouring, and I'm sure there's other surgeons who do that too and maybe just don't call it that. But I do that instead of transferring fat because everybody doesn't want that, doesn't want their butt to be huge. They just want the one they have to be shaped better. And then a lot of women, they'll come in saying that they need fat transfer because they're like, my butt's flat. The older I get, the flatter it gets. And this phenomenon happens because as you get older, fat deposits in different places and likes to sit there and stay there. And I started, it's all geometry. So most people have more butt than they realize. I would say 90% of the people who come in saying my butt is flat and I need fat transferred to it in my office, I personally don't think they need more, but I just think they need, here I go with this yada stuff again. Well, technically it's like my body thinks it's 11 o'clock because of the daylight savings time. So I guess I have an excuse to yawn because my body thinks it's 11 p.m. even though it's technically 10 p.m. But people have more than they realize they have, and they're shaped differently as they get older. After you have kids, for some reason, fat deposits in places that it didn't used to, and so then it makes the perception of your butt be different than what it actually is. And in a lot of ways, it's just like sculpting. Like when a sculptor has a piece of stone, it might look like a block. And then once they start chiseling away at it in different places, you'll start to get angles and curves that weren't there before. And it's no different with the body. The only difference is it's not stone. It's fatty flesh that we are sculpting, but it's the same thing. If you take it away from some places, it'll create curves that you didn't see before because they were covered up by the fat that was on top of it. And so that's literally what I do to make a person's butt look better without adding volume to it. Actually, it makes their butt look bigger by taking fat away. So that's what gluteal contouring is. And the reason why I like it, one, because I like to do work that looks natural. And a lot of the people who get fat transferred to the butt, not everybody, because there's ways to do that too, where it doesn't look, I'm so sorry, where it doesn't look like you got your butt done. But with the gluteal contouring, there's less risk with it. The recovery's a lot easier. You don't have to avoid sitting for weeks at a time the way you do with fat transfer. You don't have the risk of transferring the fat back because with transferring the fat back, you have risk of infection. You have risk of fat necrosis, meaning that some of the fat dies and then it'll leave hard lumps. Stuff like that. So those risks there go away. And then the cost is different because you don't have to pay for the extra time it takes to transfer the fat and the equipment it takes to transfer the fat safely and all that kind of stuff. So I prefer this way in people who are candidates for it. Everybody's not a candidate for it. Some people genuinely have nothing there and really need volume added if they want to, to have a shapelier backside. But for many women, I have found that they actually do have more there than they realize, and it's just the fat's just in the wrong places. So I think this is one of those situations where I totally need to draw. So I'm gonna flip this camera around. I started the drawing already, and then I'm just gonna I just put the silhouette. This is the side profile of the typical lady that comes in who I think is a good candidate for gluteal contouring. Okay, so hold on a second. Let me turn this camera around. Gotta prop stuff so that it stays up. Okay. I'm gonna turn the camera around. Okay. So this is a lady from the side, okay? This is her back. That's her butt. It looks flat right there, going into her thighs. This is her front, her little belly going down to her thighs, okay? Sorry about that right there. Okay, so with gluteal contouring, this butt looks flat here, right? That looks flat. It's really not flat. That shelf, like, I even started to get this shelf. I have a little version of this shelf after my second kid. Didn't have it after my first kid. And the interesting thing is, I always was known for having a pretty big behind. When I was younger and I was little and I was a size 2, I still had a big butt. And once this started to deposit on the top, it made my butt look like it was flat. And I'm like, I know I don't have a flat butt. I had a big butt my whole life, right? So when I started looking at this stuff, I'm like, I know I had part of the reason why I started doing this is because I was just thinking about myself. I'm like, I know I had a butt, so where did it go? And the one thing that I noticed I was different was this hump on the top. And for some people, this is even worse because it'll like blend into their back, right? So what I like to do, I'm gonna do dotted lines everywhere where I will remove fat. So this is the person's back, right? So I will remove fat in their lower back. Okay, remove fat, remove fat. I will remove this shelf. Okay, look at that already. I'm gonna color in what will go away. So it's a little bit easier for you to see the new silhouette. This all will be removed. This blackout will be gone. Look at this. Look, a butt showed up. Now, if you go and take away the fat in the front also, right? This belly. This is gone with liposuction. So everything that's black is not there. So now look how sweet her body is. Look at that. First, she's flat. This stuff is gone. She's round. You see the difference? That's with removing fat. This was her old shape. This thing right there. This stuff up in the front. You take away everywhere that is black, and all of a sudden, she has a nice round, pretty shape. Waist is smaller. You see how her waist went in? And this is just a one-dimensional photo. So imagine when the sides are taken in. So if you're looking at it from the front and the sides go in. So all the way around, stuff is removed. Now you went from this square thing. Okay, I'm going to redraw the other one so that people can really, the people who just joined in can understand what I'm talking about. This one's not as good as the first one. That's too pointy. A little bit too pointy. Oops. See, this is the same thing I did the last time I drew it. So we basically take this hump off. I didn't draw it as good this time. Take this hump off. Take this hump off. Take part of this lower back out. Sculpt. And take this off the front. See? Same thing. Take that off. Everything that's black is removed. So then that makes her butt look round. See how that turns round right before your eyes? So this is, in my opinion, this is better because first of all, okay, I'm going to turn the camera around, okay? So in my opinion, that's better because you don't have to, you can wear regular clothes. So a lot of the ladies who get that, get fat transfer. Oh, you know what? Let me draw something real fast. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to draw a third one to show what people do, what it looks like when you get fat transfer. So this is removing everything that's black was removed. This was her shape before fat was removed. Everything that's black is fat that was removed, okay? And there. Okay, that's one way to do it. The other way to do it, I draw this silhouette again. Okay, so people come in like, oh, my butt is flat, because they're looking at this part. And the other way people do it is adding. There. Okay. So when you add, it's very accentuated. In order to make this not look flat, you have to put this back, this there. See, this looks better to me than adding. Like, I think it looks better to subtract. That's my personal opinion. So, but this is how people are walking around. And this is, I think, how people, you know, if you've got this shelf thing going on, this is what I think looks, in my opinion, this looks better than adding. It just looks better. To me, that's my opinion. We all have opinions. If you like that excess, then go for it. But I tend to take away to make the shape better. Basically sculpt, chisel away what you don't need to make what you already have actually show up. So that's one of the things that I do a lot in people who come to me. I've done, it totally looks more natural. And I don't do the really exaggerated proportions because I don't like to do work that looks, to a stranger, where a stranger sees you and they know you had work done. I think it should be something that if you're out on the beach and people don't know you, they